Wagwan.
Wagwan, cuzzy.
What are you saying? What are you saying?
Not much, my G.
Oh, 1 second. Grab my phone. All right, so obviously, as you can hear, Gina's back. But
Hi, guys.
But I've had zero information.
What about me being back?
Yeah.
It was meant to be a surprise, isn't it? But you were like, I don't need to surprise me.
Oh, so you lied at that time?
What?
Because remember when we spoke on the phone, I thought you were coming back a week before you came back.
No.
Huh?
No.
No, via our communication.
Yeah.
What
day did I say?
What I took from our conversation was that you were coming back last week. Because you said
the first week in April.
Something to the degree of you coming back for... You come back on a Thursday or Friday.
Yeah.
Going to a wedding.
Yeah.
But when we were talking, I thought you were talking about the following week. But you were talking about the week after that week.
Yeah, probably. Yeah. I didn't lie about that though.
No, I don't know. When you told me you were going to surprise me, I thought, oh, maybe you were...
No, so basically, I didn't realise that I told you when I was coming back. So I thought I told you I was coming back in April, but I didn't realise I told you, like, what week.
Yeah.
So my initial plan was to come on the Wednesday and just rock up to pod.
No, but what Wednesday?
Last week Wednesday.
Exactly.
That was my original plan.
No, exactly. So I was right then. I thought you were coming back last week Wednesday.
As in... But I didn't realise I told you that.
So you did.
In my head, it was a surprise.
There you go. So that means I wasn't going crazy then because you did tell me you'll be here last week.
No, so, okay, no, this is what it was. Originally, I planned to come to London the first week of April, so like maybe the 3rd or the 4th.
Yeah.
So I would have been on pods that Wednesday.
Last week, yeah.
But then I didn't leave until the Thursday and land on Friday morning.
Yeah.
But I didn't realise I even told you that. So in my head, my plan was to still do that and then just surprise you.
Yeah.
But then when you were like, oh, but you're coming back, I thought, wait, hold on a minute. Did I actually tell him?
Yeah.
Darn. Yeah.
The reason why I was saying, I don't need a surprise, because I needed to know whether or not you'll be back for next week's recording.
No, I know.
That's what, like, you know what? Just give me a solid date.
I know, but that's why I knew I was always going to be back for that recording.
Yeah. So hold on. So I'm confused then. So last week when you were meant to be here, where you were in Ghana?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. As in, so that means you didn't book your flight then when we spoke?
No, I booked my flight the day before.
So that means I'm confused.
To be honest, right now, I don't
you
know
booked it a day before. That means you knew you wouldn't be here last week, but you're still saying you would have been.
No, we're just confused. It's
okay,
fine.
Cool. Anyway, you're here now, innit?
Yeah.
And what's the official return date?
I don't know.
Oh, you just got an open ticket?
Yeah. I always book one ways, you know.
Oh, okay. All right, so you're back for the foreseeable until you decide that you're off again.
Yeah, but for now I'm here.
I hear that. All right, what episode number is this? Brent's going to put the intro in afterwards. Brent's not here. I arrived today to the studio, to an empty studio. And I was like, well, go on for everyone.
What's wrong with the man then?
Yeah, I had to call Brent to set up everything off the phone. This is... What episode is this? This is episode 284. 284. So we're creeping up into we're getting into the 300s soon. All right, so as you're back, quick little catch up. What's the story?
What do you want to know?
What's the story?
No, I'm just back in it. I'm here.
Obviously, you haven't been there for quite a while. They haven't heard from you for a while, so just give him a little something, a little story.
I'm back. I needed to come back, to be fair. I felt like I needed to breathe English air.
Yeah.
And you know what I've really realised? I feel like I really now understand the whole concept of becoming a product of your environment and like changing and not realising that you're changing.
Yeah.
If that makes sense. So...
Explain.
I felt like I was becoming very Ghanaian.
Oh, okay.
In the sense of like being slow and dragging my feet and just not being as proactive as I usually am.
Yeah.
And it was affecting my productivity for me personally.
Okay.
So...
Work or just day-to-day life?
Both, to be fair.
Yeah.
I feel like you kind of and obviously they say this, like when you go there, you have to become like them to survive. Otherwise, if you go with like Western expectations...
Just get frustrated.
Very quickly, right? Yeah. So obviously when I went there, I just kind of adjusted naturally. And then, you know what I mean? And then I just thought, this ain't me though, man. And also, felt like I was becoming a bit of a princess.
Okay.
Yeah.
Soft life.
Yeah, like you just, and I just thought, bruv, this ain't you, man.
Princess, in regards to...
Like, just...
How people were treating you out there.
Yeah, and just like... Obviously, everything's done for you over there, innit?
done for you by who though? Because are you talking about if you go out to an establishment, the
There's
staff?
that, but even at home, like
Yeah.
even like having like a cleaner and
okay.
food, and do you know what I mean? Like everything's kind of, it's not the reality over here.
Yeah, of course not.
Exactly. So I just felt like I needed to be not humbled a bit, but
yeah,
I know what I'm like in it, and I like balance. So and being level-headed and grounded.
Yeah.
So, and one thing about me is I'm a workaholic. So, but the fact that I felt like I was lacking in that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
When it comes to like houseboys and house girls, what are you comfortable with them doing for you? Because for me, the only thing
I don't have one, to be fair.
Okay.
But we have a cleaner.
Okay.
But I feel like it depends, because I have friends who have houseboys and house girls. Okay. And like when I go to their houses, I'll never forget this day, right? I went to our friend's house. It was me and the girls. And obviously, like, we'd finished eating. Yeah. And I've gone and I've started washing the dishes. Yeah. And my friends literally looked at me and were like, what are you doing? What are you doing? Yeah. And I was just like, but it's one plate in the sink. It's like I can really wash it. Like, it doesn't have to be left here for... Yeah, for the house girl. And they was just like, yeah. But I was like, yeah, see, it's stuff like that I don't like. Like, I don't want to become... Obviously, I get why they're there, but I do feel like if there's little things you can do, like, you don't have to wait for someone to, like, do you know what I mean? I just felt like it was cheeky because it was literally one plate. I literally, like, my hands would not have broke if I washed them.
Yeah, of course not.
There was that. I think, I feel like cooking and cleaning is cool.
Yeah, no, for me, I think cooking and cleaning would be, but not my personal space though. Cleaning the house, fine, but my room, leave that to me. Cooking is cool as well. But no, I get it.
What about washing your clothes?
Nah, me. So yeah, so laundry, I'll do that myself. Tidy my room, I'll do it myself. Cooking, I don't mind. I can cook, but I don't mind. Being cooked for. And in terms of cleaning the house, I don't mind. I can do it, but I don't mind that being done for me either.
Yeah.
So cleaning the house and cooking, I'm cool with. But everything else, I don't think I would. If I was, the idea of someone waiting on me doesn't really sit right with me. So I mean, for me, there's always that fear that because they work for you, and if you don't treat them the way they want to be treated, then I mean, it might be a little bit of
they'll steal from you.
That's it.
And it's the thing, and a lot of people I know, like my friend, he had a boy that we all loved.
Yeah.
And we used to banter with him and stuff. And then I was like, oh, what happened to Solo? He was like, he was stealing from me.
That's the thing.
I was like, no way.
That's the thing.
I was like, but how? But you niced him though, innit? But it's just like,
I think no matter how much you nice them,
opportunity, innit?
I think it's obviously they're looking at the disparity of wealth between you and them, innit?
Yeah.
And no matter what you're nice in them, it doesn't equate to what you have. So there could be jealousy there, resentment and envy and that type of energy.
Yeah.
That's not energy I'm on. So I wouldn't want that in my household, or even to believe that my house girl or house boy is, plotting against me or conspiring against me, trying to set me up. Especially in Nigeria. Can't do it.
And obviously those stories are common. So
yeah, exactly.
I totally get you.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
All right, let me turn this up. Why is this?
Fair enough.
What's that?
No, so fair enough.
Oh, what was I going to say? I was going to ask you before, but it slipped my mind. Did you watch Full Disclosure?
I literally watched it before I came.
Okay. Hold on, which episode?
All of them.
Okay, I've only watched one. The reason why I asked is because I've had a few requests.
To talk about them.
For us to discuss.
Esther one.
Yeah.
I got a DM even and a voice note and got told specifically to watch it because I hadn't watched it.
Yeah. So Esther and Lani obviously talking about Mark. And because Mark's been on the pod before, I think people went.
That's why they wanted.
And you know what I found so funny? Obviously, you wouldn't know this because the emails come to me, but since that episode dropped, there's been an increase of people watching the Mark episode, and people are leaving comments.
Serious?
There's one comment, I'm not even lying to you. It's about 500 words. I'll be very honest.
Really?
Gina, it's fat.
Can I read it out?
Yeah, go on.
Show me.
I was like, no way. Actually, no way. Hold on, let me find it.
Do you know what's interesting as well? Yeah, I think he either blocked me or because I thought I used to follow him.
Okay.
I don't remember unfollowing him, and then I went to his page and it's like his page is private. I have to follow.
Yeah, apparently his page is private.
So I was like, oh, but I'm sure I used to follow him. Maybe I didn't.
To be fair, there's been more. I've got through, there's been three or four comments, but the one that I'm looking for is long.
Hey!
Hey!
This is an epistle.
Listen.
I'm listening to analyze Mark's behavior since I watched the most recent Black Central interview, Trend Central, because it's obvious that they're talking about this man, even though they never mention his name. This man is clearly a narcissist. Even in this interview, he lies, gaslighted, and flips things around in the interview on the interviewers. Here are the toxic signs I noticed in this interview and what I learned. If people hear from others, at least two people who are telling the same things about that one person, then it's most likely to be true. Like Yusuff said, if you admit some of the bad things you've done and if he gets the negativity from somewhere, then it must be true. Number two, Mark kept interrupting and tried to divert their attention because he didn't want them to focus on the big accusations made about him. He was also very defensive for very good reasons. Three, Mark turned around and flipped on Yusuff, saying that he has done bad things too, like getting a woman pregnant, which obviously is a huge lie. The reason Mark did this because he didn't like how Yusuff said that the accusations must be true then. Mark also tried to normalize or downplay his actions by saying Yusuff and other men do the same big bad things as him, which is outrageous. Number five, Mark said he used to lack empathy and didn't take women's feelings into consideration. Huge red flag, and this is a big trait from a narcissist. Whilst Yusuff was listing the true accusations, Mark sat there with a huge grin on his face. Number six, Mark claims that he's sweet and loyal, which is laughable because he clearly didn't treat Esther right and was cheating throughout their relationship. He used her and he hit her. The man is an impulsive liar. When a man disrespects another woman by calling them a bitch and saying that girls are stupid, it's a huge red flag. When a person says that others are only saying half truths, it's a huge red flag. Mark said that if he beat women up, then it would be in the records, but most women in domestic violence do not speak out. And also, he later admitted that he has a criminal record. He blames other people and says that the other girls said things about another person, in this case, Yusuff, because he was trying to paint the girls as bad people that gossip and lie. It's quite suspicious that Mark even said to Yusuff that it is not worth it to follow up with the girl who said that he keeps chasing her because Mark knows they will find out that it's a lie. Mark telling Yusuff that you can't trust girls is laughable. He victimizes himself because all he cares about is his image. What I got from this whole thing is to never associate with a narcissist, period. Well, damn, if you can't go to better notice, where the hell could you go?
Listen. So initially, when everything first broke, I wasn't really going to talk about this, but as I've gotten so many requests, I thought, you know what, let's
deep dive.
Let's touch on it. If you want to touch on it, to be fair.
All right.
So what did you think of the convo between Esther and Lani, first and foremost?
Okay, so I watched it and I rated Esther for speaking her truth and for saying some of the things that she said. And I related to a lot of it.
Yeah.
Because I've been in her position before, innit? So I get it. And she said one thing that resonated with me heavily, and I thought we're all the same, especially us women who have this hard exterior to the outside world, right?
Yeah.
Where she said, like I'm really strong, I'm really independent and whatnot, but at the same time I'm really weak and I blame myself because I allowed it to happen.
Yeah.
And I was like, it's so interesting because a lot of us who've been in situations where we've dealt with narcissists or men who are quote unquote abusive, like you internalize a lot of it and blame yourself, but it's really not you.
When you say you blame yourself, do you mean you blame yourself for his actions, or do you just say you've done something which doesn't warrant the abuse? Do you then say, you know what, I deserved it because what I done was wrong?
Yeah,
okay.
Well, it depends, but I can only speak from my perspective, and I'm not trying to deep dive into me right now.
Yeah.
But I just resonated, like the way she was speaking. I was just like, rah, do you know what? Yeah, I was like, a lot of us go through this shit and just generally don't talk about it. So I really appreciated her being candid and speaking on it. And then I thought I could really, not like I could be in her position. Yeah. But I was like, see men, like,
just to go back to what you just said before, is it a case of men who are abusive, verbally and physically, in particular? Well, to be fair, it doesn't really matter which one it is, but do they kind of convince you that what you've done is wrong?
You see it's the manipulation, right? And a lot of the time, you don't even realize you're being manipulated.
Yeah.
And if a person knows your character
Yeah.
and knows how you are
Yeah.
and knows your pressure points and like where to kind of get
Yeah.
you, they're going to use that to their advantage. So if they know where like how your mind is, then it's like it's easy for them to manipulate you because they know that, okay, cool, she's gonna internalize this shit. All I have to do is kind of put the pieces together, and then Bob's your uncle. Do you know what I mean? Literally plant the seeds, and then the rest is gonna follow.
Okay.
So yeah, but do you know what it is? It was also interesting because again, I know him outside of all of this, innit? So, and also I know a lot of people who've had experiences with him, like romantically.
Yeah.
So I wasn't too surprised, to be honest, because it's not stuff that I've not heard before.
Yeah. Yeah. Those who, know of Mark. In terms of,
prior to this
platform.
because
obviously he was on the pod before and we spoke about all this stuff. So it's like, this is not anything new.
Yeah.
It's just that I don't think people have known his quote unquote victims.
Right. And again, like, I think, do you know what? For me, it was just you never expect the victims to be who they are.
Yeah.
You never expect.
I'm sorry, I don't quotation mark because I didn't want to call anyone a victim. You know what I mean?
No, I get it. And again, it's you never expect this because I see Esther as a soldier.
Yeah.
Do you get what I mean?
Yeah.
And it's because we're very similar in character. So it's very interesting because I'm just like, you see this in this life here, you never know what people are going through because you don't expect certain people to be comfortable or be quote unquote okay with going through certain experiences.
Yeah.
You just don't expect that to happen to them because
you
feel you know their character. Do you know what I mean? And it's like, nah, they won't have that.
Yeah.
So it's when you hear it, it does come as quite a bit of a shock, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
In regards to his actions, like I said, it's hard for me to like right now like judge him or to spew out any kind of negativity because nothing that was said came as a surprise to me. So it's like, not like I'm, what's this word? Desensitized to it. But it's like, do you get what I mean? It's like, I just thought, you know what? I agree in a sense, but like if loads of, like clearly from what Esther was saying, she's not the only one and there's been loads of other women. And like I said, I know women who've dated him prior. So I don't know about the physical stuff, but the whole narcissism, all of that stuff, I've even experienced it like in terms of me, like maybe him inquiring about a friend of mine and the way he's gone about it. I'm just thinking, you feel yourself in it, calm down. Like, do not like, like literally simmer down kind of thing. So, like that stuff, I just thought, okay, that's just your character. But then a part of me is also like, not when will you change it, but I'm happy because I feel like when people don't get called out for their bullshit, they think it's okay and they continue with that behavior. And where now it's been so amplified and put on such a public platform, and it's very obvious who has been spoken about, even though his name wasn't mentioned. I feel like it should allow him to take accountability for his actions, even if he doesn't apologize to anyone. But I feel like as a person, like big man, there does become a point where like if everybody is saying all this shit about you, like you said to him when he was on episode, and now it's even to the point where you're now being put on blast publicly, like this, like we've never had this level of drawing out before. Like
haven't we?
I don't think. No, I feel like the way she aired out his dirty laundry was and was very detailed. We've never had it to this degree.
Oh, you mean about him in particular?
Yeah. Okay. So I feel like now I can't really see you coming back on it. They're just trying to defame my name, and
I don't think so.
That stuff's not gonna fly.
And then people are like old clips are resurfacing of him arguing with Nunu, other clips of him on Backchat being aggressive or whatnot.
But the crazy thing is, he's always been who he is, though. No,
I'm not surprised by any of this stuff.
Yeah.
And what's taking me aback a bit is the amount of like when you go on Shade Bar, the amount of comments you go on Twitter, you type in his name, it's just
he's definitely not. He's not liked at all. Like I can actually.
It's mad. It's mad.
I can genuinely see. And do you know what I read? Do you know what I rated?
Yeah.
I rated when Esther was saying how she started hollering at people, saying, "Listen, you can't work with him anymore," or like letting people know, like the deal. I respected that because I thought, do you know what? Yeah, you're proper showing him like you can't silence me, and if you think you're gonna get away with this stuff, I'm gonna hit you where it hurts. Like,
it's so funny. It wasn't until Esther said that I thought, you know what? I haven't seen Mark
because
he had the pod with Lippy and Costello.
Yeah,
he had the pod 2 growing with 2 other girls and another guy, and obviously Backchat. I'm like, you know what? She's right. He hasn't been on any of these platforms.
She has shut him down
in a good minute.
Yeah.
So that made sense. I don't know.
It shows. I like that because it shows her power and how she took control of the situation. Like, do you know what? You done me dirty, but I'm gonna come at you professionally, like in a way that you're really gonna understand.
Yeah, and also it's because of the allegations being made against him.
Yeah.
If you call a man and say your co-host is physically abusive and he's verbally abusive to me, he's hit me 9 times out of 10, maybe 10 times out of 10, that co-host is gonna be like, you know what, you're right. He has to go because you don't want that image to be on you as well, right? So if I'm doing a podcast with 2 other guys and one of my co-hosts is being accused of being physically and verbally abusive, something I got to take serious. I got to look into it. You got to talk, and if it's true, that convo might have to be had to where you might have to depart the situation because this is not good for our brand. You know what I mean? So, plus, I don't think Mark and Castillo and Lippy were like boys from back in the day anyway. So it was probably just business to start with anyway. So it was probably easy for Castillo to be like, you know what, this is sever ties. It's not like it's, free friends.
Yeah, no, I get
It'd be very different if it was free friends on the pod and I was going to say names, but let me not even bring anyone else's name.
No, I get it.
But
yeah, of course.
If it was free friends, it's a different conversation entirely. The backlash is crazy. Like, and then he hasn't responded, but he put up a video of himself drinking water, and that's been put on Shea Barra.
But the thing is,
and then people are in the comments again. Like, it's just,
the crazy thing is, he's not going. I can't see him addressing this because what do you say?
The only thing is, do you know what you say? You apologize. And the thing is, if all this is true and you're genuinely, you're taking accountability for your actions and you're actually sorry and you want to change, then you come out and you apologize and you move on. That's what you do in my eyes. If you don't care,
I can't see that happen.
No, I'm not saying that's what I see happening. I'm saying that's an option. If you don't care, if all publicity is good publicity in your eyes and you're just going to try and flip this on its head and try and make the best out of it. Because I even saw a girl tweet, how come Mark's getting more followers? You people are sick.
But that's what happens though.
Yeah, because people love negativity. People thrive off negativity. So he might look at it, he might think, you know what, I'm going to flip this and try and, capitalize on this attention somehow, even though it's very bad attention. So it depends on him. Depends on how he feels and how he wants to move forward.
Yeah.
Because if it was me, depends to be fair, because obviously he's got his own relationships with those 2 girls. So who knows what else has been transparent or said or whatever. So he probably has his reasons why he hasn't apologized or why I don't know. I have no idea, to be fair. But I think right now he's probably just basking in the attention.
His head's hot though.
Of course his head is hot.
Listen, I don't care. You can be as cool as a cucumber, yeah? I don't care. Anybody who gets drawn up publicly, yeah,
of course
no matter how cool you think you are or how unfazed you are, your head is still hot because no one likes the heat, especially when it's negative, right? Of course, some people will turn around and say all publicity is good publicity.
Yeah. No.
It's still.
I'm not saying that's what he thinks.
No, but I'm saying there is a way that narrative exists,
that could
right?
be an option, yeah.
Yes, but there's no way right now your head is not hot because this doesn't just affect you, it affects your, like, I always feel like people forget that, like, when you're getting drawn out, people bring in your siblings or anyone can get it.
Yeah.
And if you're not getting it, or if you're acting cool as a cucumber, your siblings are gonna get it.
Yeah.
If people have access to them. So it's like everyone gets drawn in your bullshit.
Yeah. No, you're right. You're right. And just for people, you know what? For people who are listening now, this episode was recorded before part 2 comes out. So part 2 comes out on Thursday. So we're talking about.
Oh yeah.
So we're only talking on part 1 right now, which was just Esther and Lani, and then there's another girl joining.
Another girl joins, right?
Do you know who that girl is? So she joined in for part 2. And for those who are completely confused about what we're talking about, so Trend Central, who are the people behind Backchat
and
Blue Therapy, they got a new show called Full Disclosure, where they have people basically just airing out their grievances and situations, whatnot. I think they've got Castillo on there with his ex or something.
Yeah.
And they got, who's the guy that has like 9 kids or something?
Oh, he's. Do you know what? Yeah. You see the mother of his child?
Yeah.
I've never seen such an amazing woman.
Yeah.
I was so blown away by how she carried herself and how she dealt with him.
The mother of one of his children.
Yeah. I think that's his first child.
Okay.
Right? I don't know how she done it because my blood was boiling so much watching that episode. And I was like, I would have smacked him in his face a very long time ago because even how he was speaking to her was very offensive for me.
Yeah.
But she handled it so well. And I was like, do you know what? You can tell once she's completely over him.
Yeah.
He no longer triggers her and she's accepted him for who he is.
Yeah.
So she meets him where he's at and she has a lot of patience. But as a human, he is.
Hold on, explain to me their dynamic.
Okay, so she's his first baby mum.
Yeah.
I think she had their daughter when she was 20.
Yeah.
They started going out when she was like 15, 16, something like that. And their daughter's deaf.
Okay.
So she wasn't born deaf, but she became deaf at the age of 3.
Okay.
And basically her thing is you abandoned. No, not abandoned. What's that
Sorry,
word?
did he have the other kids while he was with her? Or he
After
left?
her.
After her. So they split
But
up.
yeah, but he's cheated on, you can tell he's got 9 because he cheated on her because their daughter has like a sibling who's like 3 months younger.
And does he have 9 children
5
with
baby mums.
5 baby mums, okay.
Yep.
And I'm assuming he was with some of them, relationship-wise. Or they
he was with her.
I mean, sorry, besides her, sorry.
Yeah.
Okay. And I'm trying to figure out the timeline here. Is he just
he's 34 now.
Is he just bouncing from woman to woman
he's
to woman
34.
to woman to woman?
He had this, I think he was 20 when their daughter was born and she was 17. So from
9 kids is mad.
In 14 years, he's had 9 kids. Yeah.
Does he talk about his work and what he does? I'm interested to.
Obviously, he used to be on the roads.
Yeah.
I don't know if he's still on it, but he carries himself like he still is, to be honest. I don't know if he is. But he said he works night shifts and day shifts, so whatever that means.
You know what responsibility 9 kids is?
Yeah, but he's not finished.
As in?
He sees it as he's building his empire. She was just like, get a vasectomy.
Empire?
And he's just like, no. And obviously he made a point and was just like, do you not feel like, so he was like, let's say the 8th, my last baby mum, yeah? He was like, do you think she wasn't aware that I had all these kids before she ended up having my child?
Yeah.
He was like, she knew. So he's like, so there obviously must be something. And she even said it like, there must be something about you that's drawing all these women to you, innit? Because 9 children.
All right, so based on what you've seen of him, I don't know, personality, aesthetics, charm, what can you pinpoint and say, you know what, that's
Yusuff,
it?
Nothing. It's not his looks. He's not ugly, but he's not a bit of me.
Sorry to interrupt you. So is it then?
He's D.
No, I'm going to say it's D. I'm going to say I don't know if what I'm going to say is like
the bad boy image.
No, because you're basically insinuating or saying, how has this guy managed to?
Because I don't know. Because remember, I'm only seeing
on the other side, caliber.
Okay.
You know what I'm trying to say?
Caliber of the women.
That's what I'm saying. Like, is he out here bagging
10s?
Or is he
2s?
2s is very low. 2 is crazy.
I wanted to make it extreme.
That's the thing, because if a man, let's keep it a buck. Let's be honest. If a man, has 9 children.
Never.
then we're assuming a few things.
Mm.
Maybe he has money.
Mm.
Maybe that's the reason why. Maybe he's extremely good looking.
Mm.
Maybe he's famous to some capacity. If you've got none of those things going for you, then it might just be on the other end. You know what I'm trying to say?
Yeah, no, I get it. Because honestly, he's not ugly.
Yeah.
He's not ugly, but I mean...
Or he's out here, or he's just out here moving
reckless.
Wrecky. And he can be bagging higher ends, but he's just moving wrecky with it.
But you know what also, yeah, remember, I'm going based off of his interaction with his baby mum, right?
Yeah.
Who clearly they don't have a bad relationship, but they don't have a great relationship.
So
right?
what's her accusation to him? Is it that he's not taking care of her?
She was just like, you wasn't there.
Okay.
Like, there's loads of things that I didn't get off my chest growing up, like throughout this whole thing.
Yeah.
And I wanted to, and she was like, I couldn't because she was a hothead.
Yeah.
Like, you had a temper.
I actually recognise the girl, actually.
Yeah, so she's just trying to make him, hold him accountable, basically.
Okay.
And he took some accountability, but he made a lot of excuses and laughed at a lot of the stuff she was saying and tried to because she was saying stuff like, you don't know your daughter. And he was like, I do. And she was like, okay, what's her favorite color? What school what's the name of her school?
Yeah.
Who's her best friend? He was like, oh, these are frivolous things. Like that kind of stuff. And she's like, no, she's like, what GCSEs is your daughter studying? He's like, she's just in year 10. She's like, what GCSEs is your daughter studying?
Yeah.
He was like, she's in year 10. I got a whole year to find out. She was like, they pick their subjects in year 9, my G.
Yeah.
Like, do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, stop making excuses. Like, you don't know your daughter. And it might be painful to hear out loud, but it's the reality. Do you know what I mean? So she was just kind of getting him to see where she was coming from in it. And he obviously had, but I just found him so dismissive, and the way, you know what I have a problem with, yeah? I've got no issue with talking roads and talking urban when it's jokes and banter.
Yeah.
But when it's a serious conversation, you can't be saying to the mother of your child, shut up, cuz. He kept doing those kind of things and oh, shut up, man. Cuz. And I just thought, she is sat here so educated and expressing herself in such a eloquent way. Yeah. She's not raising her voice. She's not cutting you off.
Yo, homie, yo.
You know what I mean? And the way he just kept talking to her and cutting her off was so dismissive. I was getting really annoyed, and I thought, I would have backhanded you long time ago. Who are you telling to shut up? Are you mad? It was annoying me. Even if you don't mean it, don't you dare open your mouth and tell me to shut up. Are you mad?
Yeah.
But she, like I said, she handled it so well, and I was really she deserves a. I was like, do you know what? Yeah, I don't know you, but I just want you to have the happy ending you deserve, because he is bottom of the barrel. I'm sorry.
Yeah, no, 9 kids is crazy.
Doesn't even see it as an issue, and that's where the problem is. Talking about, oh, that's not bad. She was saying something like, so you think that your daughter having a sister who's a few months younger than her isn't a problem? He was like, how's that a problem? That's live. That's he just was, do you know what I mean?
But for her, it's a problem because they were together at the time.
Yeah. But he just doesn't see it as an issue. He's like, listen, I've got loads of kids, and I'm going to sit down with my kids, my sons, when they're older, and tell them, you're a man. You're going to have one thing on the side, another thing on the side. That's manhood.
Wow.
That's the kind of stuff he was saying.
Yeah, no.
And that's why, for me, I just thought, I don't know how. That's why, again, I'm I don't see how this has happened 9 times.
No way, because remember, he's dealing with every woman in isolation. So it's not I'm sure, obviously, he must have told them about his, situation. But again, it goes to who is he dealing with on the other side? Because I'm not putting down anyone, but it's for example, if a guy approached you and he was the way he was in terms of, his mannerisms, the way he spoke, the way he carried himself, and he had 5 children with multiple women, what's your response?
Yusuff.
That's what I'm saying.
It's not even. That's
what I'm saying. So it's as a woman, obviously everyone's situation is different, whatever, but why would you want that Why would you want that? Why would you want to be number 6, number 4, number 5 when
I
you
mean,
already
unless
know
he's
he
not
has...
letting you know the extent.
Exactly,
So
there you go.
It could be, I've got a couple kids.
I'm sure. Well, I'm not sure, but I'm gonna guess that he's lied to some of these women. Maybe he's misconstrued the truth and not or he's withheld information. Especially with baby mother number, maybe the last baby mom, because I'm assuming he had 8 kids by then.
Yes.
Unless he had 2 with her, I don't know. I don't know the maths.
Neither do I. I don't know the breakdown.
Exactly. So he could have had God knows how many.
Because obviously
whatever.
there's only 5 baby moms, so there must be multiple kids with more than one woman.
Yeah. So let's just say the last baby mother gave him 1, for example. So let's just say he already had 8. So a man approaches you. He tells you, "I've got 8 kids." What is happening within your dating life that you're like, you know what?
I want to be number 9.
I want to be a part of this. I want to be a part of this. And it's not like, again, it's not like he's Diddy where it's like, checks for life. I hope he does get checks for life. I hope he, able to provide for his family. But it's a bit, again, I don't want to.
It's not a bit of me.
It's a bit of a tacky one still. It's a bit of a mad one. And then the Castillo one, what was the Castillo one about?
Oh, him and his ex-girlfriend, and she just, I guess, was asking questions about their relationship.
Yeah.
Like, I guess he said he wasn't as honest with her before, so he was just getting things off his chest and like letting her know, I guess, the people that he cheated on her with, and it's a bit of a shit not a shit conversation, but it's like, I just think, no, man, I can't be having this conversation with you on air. Like,
yeah. Hold on, wasn't there like a beef between Andy and Castillo?
Apparently, I think Castillo and the girl later after they recorded the episode was just like, do you know what? We don't want you to air it anymore, something like that.
Yeah.
And then obviously it got aired anyway. And I think Andy was saying something like, that's not how it happened.
Yeah.
Like, we had an agreement.
Yeah.
And this is what we said. Then later on you've changed your mind and been like, oh, actually, you know what? Pay me for this. Or like, you know what I mean? But that's not what we originally agreed. And because obviously I guess you've seen the extent of how big it's gonna get or whatever.
Yeah.
So yeah, they're just arguing.
There seems to be a bit of a trend now. No pun intended there.
Oh, with the pool.
With just Trend Central falling out with some of their stars. You've got Paul, now you've got Castillo. I'm sure there's another one somewhere.
I think, do you know what I think it is? I think sometimes, you can enter into something and not see the full value.
Yeah.
Right? And that works in favor for the brands that you're working with.
Oh, so do you think, sorry to interrupt you, do you think the fallings out are mainly about money? Or is it mainly about, for example, with the Castillo thing, do you think it's more so, you know what, upon reflection, I don't want that conversation or my business out there? Or is it because he wanted peace?
I think it was the money situation.
Okay. And with Paul, it was more so about what?
I don't remember what that one was. Yeah. I think it was because he wasn't meant to, at the end, he weren't meant to say that it was a lie.
Yeah.
Or that it weren't true.
Yeah.
I think.
Do you think Andy and Mark had the combo?
Yeah, I think he would have, because to give him the heads up at least, to be like, this is what's, do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I would like to think that they did.
Yeah. Knowing Mark, I'm sure he knew this was coming. And he was like, let it come.
What's he gonna do?
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. He has the character that he portrays is very much a I'm not bothered kind of vibe. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I believe that that's the vibe we're gonna get. But I'm not buying it because I know your head is hot.
No, his head's hot. 1,000% his head is hot.
Yeah.
His head he's definitely
Scorching.
steaming. Who wouldn't be?
That's what I'm saying.
Like, you're getting ripped left, right, and center by,
like your phone is popping,
you know what I mean?
Right now. Like,
the black community are on your neck. Girls are got their heels dug into your neck.
Literally.
And it's like, it depends on him and what he wants to do with his life moving forward. Because if you want to carry on in the media space, this isn't a good look. I don't see how you, especially within our small bubble, Esther's already, made calls and removed you from, a few platforms. How do you now obviously he has other lanes. He's got fitness, he's got his clothing, whatever. But in regards to media, and obviously not everyone knows him. He can still walk into a room tomorrow where no one knows who he is.
Yeah.
So he's not like he's super famous where his whole life's going to be destroyed. But within our black echo chamber, London, you know what I mean? He's quite well known. So I'm sure this news has spread
100%.
quite far. You got Shea Barra, which is one of the biggest salacious platforms that we have, which is, you know, covering it like they do. So he can't escape it. So it depends what he wants. But for me, I think he should just come out and apologize. Even though he's going to get the, we don't care about your apology. It's too late now. You're an abuser. He's going to get all of that. But what else are you going to do?
Yeah.
If you keep silent, to me, I look at silence as admittance of guilt. That's how I see it. Because if something, when it's a lie about me, I want to let it be known that it's not true. Yeah. I know there's, don't care about what people think. Yeah, I hear that. But I don't like lies being about, I don't like lies.
Especially to that degree, because they're very defaming.
Yeah. So defaming. If they weren't true, I'm pretty sure, you know, we may have heard from them. It is on, no?
You sure?
It's on 16 degrees.
Wow, why can't I feel it?
Hold on, is there a particular AC button?
Let me see.
No? Because 16 is the lowest temperature.
Yeah.
This room's just hot, man. This room's just hot. And then I'm trying to think what else. Obviously, they spoke about Tion briefly, but I'm sick and tired.
Do you know what?
I'm sick and tired.
Do you know what I liked? Again, I liked Lani in this.
Yeah.
I was just like, wow, stripping back from the theatrics and the chaos.
Yeah.
It was nice to see her
just having a normal conversation
and just expressing herself, and even the admittance of like, you know what, I messed up and I said things that I shouldn't have said, and like I just thought this is you that like people would probably really like and enjoy.
Yeah.
Like other stuff, and I get it, you saying that you're petty and you've got petty, like that stuff. Even when Esther was talking about like if it was me and I was your friend, like there's so many things I'll tell you not to do. I get it. I got that, and it spoke volume because I thought, yes, everyone's different, but like look at how you've just expressed yourself. There's no theatrics, there's no drama. Like I can actually take in what you're saying as serious and reason with you.
Yeah.
Whereas when you're doing music videos and you're in costume and all that, like
it's very OTT.
No one's gonna take you serious or take the matter serious because you're drowning it all this chaos.
Theatrics, isn't it?
Yeah. So I liked her on this because you just got to see. I felt like a more raw version of herself. Without the drama, without the hype. Yeah. And all of that stuff.
Yeah. They didn't do very well bleeping out the other names Esther was saying though. There's one, remember, Esther was listing a few other influencer girls that Marcus dated.
Oh yeah, I knew who they were.
One of them, two of them got bleeped, well, I don't know. Two of them got bleeped out, and then one of them, they said the surname, and they said where she was from.
Yeah, her, I know who they're talking about.
Okay.
That was bait though.
Yeah, I don't know if it was an editing fault, but they left in the surname. Oh, she's from Birmingham.
Yeah.
Something. What was the surname?
But I'm not gonna.
Yeah. Well, it's already been said.
Yeah.
It's already been said. But anyway, I can't remember the name anyway. But yeah. So is this like our version of like, is Trend Central basically like Mona Scott Young?
Yeah.
Like they're giving us the love and hip hop type content.
Yep.
That the UK don't really.
Yeah.
Or didn't have prior to. Okay. Yep.
I think the only problem though.
Yeah.
With the UK is the scene is always London, right?
Yeah.
And London's very small in comparison.
Yeah.
So everyone's too close to home.
Yeah.
So after a while, I feel like that's why it works so much better in America because it's so massive.
Yeah, but doesn't that make it better though?
What? Because it's so close to home.
Because you know who they are. Not everyone, of course, but
no, I don't know. I feel like
because okay, for example, if a show was announced tomorrow and it was Love and Hip Hop London and there was 10 people we had never heard of or seen before, we'd be like, I ain't watching this. But if we saw people we knew, we'd be like, rah, what, he's on there, well, she's on there. I know her, I've met her before, I've seen, we'll be more inclined to watch it because we have vested interest in it.
Yeah, maybe.
So I think it can work. Because obviously with Love and Hip Hop, for example, we all know who they are, so it makes it more interesting.
Yeah.
I mean, even from season 1, we knew who they were. We knew who Jim Jones was, Chrissy was.
Yeah, no. I think when I say the close to homeness, it's like they're literally on our doorstep.
Yeah.
If that makes sense.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I don't know. But yeah, I feel like, anyway, we're going to get a lot of content from them this year and they're trying to, I guess, not compete with America, but fill the gap of where I guess America's ahead in terms of the shows that they have.
Yeah.
And bring that over here. And hopefully we can support it and get behind it, I guess.
No, they will, because this is the content that people love.
You want the drama.
I actually find it fascinating. Like, I really like to do a study to figure out why human beings
think this is the way the brain works,
love, like, we rush towards negativity. It's mad. Obviously, if it's entertaining, that, is a bonus, but I don't know. I find it fascinating. I really do. Like, I'll go to Shea Borough and then I'll see a post, like, for example, with the whole Trend Central thing. And the post was up maybe 15 minutes ago. 600 comments already. I'm like, I know you people aren't playing. And obviously for bands, I'll just go through the comments. Just in the last 24 hours, anything funny. But yeah, perception and what people think of you is mad.
Yeah.
It's mad.
On this topic of mad, have you seen the story about the guy who got killed by his girlfriend? Trigger alert, sorry.
Trigger alert. I saw the headline. I didn't read the story.
Okay. It's a hard one for me. The topic is a hard one. I was talking to someone today about it and I was like, it rattles me. Yeah. Basically, black guy dating a white influencer.
Yeah.
In America.
Yeah.
Apparently they get into an argument and she kills him. She stabs him multiple times and he's dead, basically, right? Yeah. She's out on bail or whatever.
Yeah.
Like, people have seen her out and about at bars, just living her life normally.
Yeah.
My man's dead.
Yeah.
Like, confirmed dead and suffered severe injuries.
Yeah.
There's things that have been shown where, like, there's a picture of her, like, sitting, I think, at the window of her apartment with blood all over her, like, just normal. So it's like, why is she not on remand? Because this is murder to a degree. So, like, the family are crying for justice, obviously, and, like, trying to raise awareness.
Yeah.
The problem is, so my man was a lover of the other side.
What do you mean, lover of the other side?
Like, he didn't like black women.
Oh, okay.
Right?
Yeah.
So tweets have surfaced of him literally dissing black women and talking about how much he loves white women and white girls, right?
Okay.
So
the plot thickens.
It does. So on his page, on anybody's page where they're pleading for, like, support from our community, a lot of black women and black people are like, nope.
Damn.
It's above me now, kind of thing.
Damn.
So that's the debate that's been happening over the last week, because he literally would be like the tweets. I read the tweets and was just like, I'm so sick and tired of black men. Not all black men, obviously. When I say black men, you know what I mean. But I'm so sick and tired of you lot doing this. Like, I don't get it. Do you not have a mum or siblings that are black? Like, and with his, it was very at the expense of talking about how he likes white women.
Yeah.
Or likes being white. Like, oh, why is it that all the people I want to be for Halloween are white? I need someone to change me. Like, that kind of that kind of vibe. Like, I can't believe so-and-so thinks I'd like black women. Ugh. Like, I do love white. Someone to talk about, white, something is great. He was like, tell me about it. Like, he just, do you know what I mean? And obviously you were dating a white woman, right?
Yeah.
So a lot of people are like, well, it's so funny how the mighty have fallen. Like, the same race that you uphold in such high regard is the one that took you out. So obviously his family put out a statement and was like, listen, we don't agree with the awful, like, tweets said by said person.
Yeah.
They were, years ago, I think it was like 2014.
Yeah.
In 2014, he was young. It doesn't excuse the stuff that he said.
Yeah.
But also, it doesn't justify him being killed, whatever. And again, that's what I'm saying. Like, I agree. But it is hard. because as a black woman who continuously has to deal with this narrative,
Yep.
it's like we have to always be the bigger people.
Yeah.
So a lot of people are saying, you know, like even from like a Christian background, it's that you have to kind of overlook that, and I get it, right? Because even for me, I'm like, he didn't deserve to get killed.
Yep.
And it sucks that he didn't rape black women. But that doesn't justify him getting killed by a white person. And I guess it's annoying because it shouldn't even be about race. But where he spoke so ill of his own kind, it has become about race, and that's on him.
Yeah, no, he made it about race.
Right. And then also, someone also made a tweet and was just like, the sad thing is, dead or alive, these were his views. If he was alive, I pretty much doubt that his views would change because he was literally obsessed with his partner.
Yeah.
So, like, you look like those of you saying, "Oh, you know, he's passed away, we should be whatever." No, because if he was alive, these would be his same thoughts. So why is it now my issue?
Yeah.
Because he's black. I'm sick and tired of being the bigger person or being the strong black woman who has to carry like our black men. Like,
but the thing is, what is being asked of the black community now?
No, so obviously it's just about creating awareness. You know how, like, obviously, because there's not that much public outcry.
Yeah.
Obviously, until we make loads of noise about it and make it a thing, the police force, like, I think the police, they ruled it as, they don't think it was, like, basically, I think she said it was self-defense.
Okay.
And that... and
they're believing that because...
there was, like, he posed a threat.
Okay.
But she also admitted that he didn't have a weapon. So obviously they're like, the story's not correlating, and they, because she's rich and she's an influencer and she's a massive platform, it's like they're not really, and he's just another black guy, right?
I'm assuming her parents might, I don't know, maybe have influence, be powerful, have money, whatever.
They're just like not dealing with it, I guess, the way that it would normally be treated, and they obviously want everyone to make a lot of noise about it.
Yeah, but obviously...
But a lot of people... It's not even just women. I've even seen men
of course,
be like, nah.
I'm going to say black people as a whole. You know what it is? The whole situation is it's extremely ironic.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, it's the definition of irony. And I do understand why, you know, the black community would be reluctant to support because of his views. He didn't deserve to die for his views.
100%.
But obviously, his death is in isolation. His death wasn't in relation to the things he tweeted. Yes, it was by the hands of a white woman, but it could have been by the hands of anyone. So I think those two things are definitely isolated, but I get why it's hard for black people to support him and create awareness for him when he was, you know, spewing the hate he was. So it's one of the things where it's a tough one.
That's what I'm saying. Like, I've literally this whole week, I'm like, I don't know how to feel about this, you know.
But what I can say is, he's passed away. So if, you know, members
he
of the...
does deserve justice, though.
So if members of the black community were so outraged by his actions that they wanted punishment for him, he's dead. So I'm not saying...
I get you.
Take peace with that, but his life is gone now, isn't it? So there's no need to be angry with him anymore because he's got, you know, what is the ultimate punishment in life?
Yeah.
It's death. I'm not saying his actions warranted death. They didn't. But if he was given the ultimate punishment, he's gotten it.
Yeah.
He's no longer here. So maybe let's look at it this way. Let's support the family now.
Yeah.
Let's forget about what he's done. Let's support the family.
Which is what
the mom, the dad, siblings.
A lot of people have said, okay, put that aside. He's no longer here.
Yeah.
So you can't be not that you can't be angry, but like he's no longer here. So let's just support and rally. Let's rally up and support
the family.
His siblings.
There you go. The mum.
And his mum.
Do it for the mum.
Parents.
Do it for the mum.
Which I agree with.
Yeah. Yeah, no, definitely. I reckon that's probably where we should really put the emphasis. Do it for his family, his mother. Yeah. Because again, it's just the justice system, you know, not caring about black people. Again, we've seen it so many times. Who was... I don't want to get into it because I can't remember the name. The girl who was killed by...
The white man.
The white man.
And they said that he's friendly or something like that.
Yeah, it was... Come on, man. It's a whole load of BS. A whole load of BS. I want to get into some shows with you, but did you see, this only came out today, did you see the Mano clip of him on Lip Service with Angela E?
No, I haven't.
So, in short, they were talking about...
Mano's the one that used to go out with...
Lil Kim.
Hmm?
Lil Kim?
No.
Mano, he's the one that has a scar.
Was he on Love and Hip Hop recently?
I think he was like a...
And he was dating
extra.
the black dark-skinned girl. Pretty
Oh,
girl.
yeah, mate. Oh, yeah, Mano was on Love Hip Hop, wasn't he?
Yeah, and he was dating the beautiful... I forgot her name because I follow her.
You know
so
what?
annoying me.
Yeah, no, I forgot.
And she got shot because of him.
Yeah.
In the club. Okay, yeah, no,
yeah.
I'm just checking it's him, yeah.
So, I've got a clip, but it's like 2.5 minutes long. I can't bother to play it. Basically, he's talking to Angela E and her co-host about his sexual fantasies. And he says one of his fantasies is to play a slave. So, obviously, the woman he's with has to be white. And the woman is basically the slave master's wife.
That he's fucking.
Yeah, so he set a whole scenario. So he's basically just been his master caught him making eyes at Master's wife.
Mm.
So Master, took him to give him the lashings. Mm. So he's been whipped. He's got his whoopings from Master. Now after he's got his whoopings, he's gone back to see Master's wife, and in that situation, they have sex, and he wants to be the slave, and she has to talk down on him, and all the slave stuff.
Wow.
And then so he got some backlash for that.
I mean, like, why would you
Why would you openly say that?
That's the thing. Like, if that's your fantasy, I feel like that's one of the things that you need to keep to yourself.
No, that is one of them.
Why do you need to
That's a wild fantasy.
And you know why as well? Yeah, because I feel like the reason why he would get backlash is because that was people's reality.
Yeah.
Like people lost their lives over that shit.
Yeah.
So for you to reduce it to a sexual experience purely for pleasure, when people generally lost their lives at the hands of the said action that you just mentioned, it's pathetic.
Yeah. It's just a peculiar desire. You know what I mean? Like you wanna be a slave. I'm trying to even get into his head and think what type of
I don't get it. Is it the thrill of knowing that you're sleeping with somebody that you shouldn't be sleeping
there
with?
You go.
And knowing that at any moment after this you could be killed. Like, because generally, is that not the case?
No, you've just broken it down so well. So it's like
if you get caught having sex with Master's missus, you're getting lynched.
It's almost like
they're not allowed. They're not whipping you. You're getting killed.
It's almost like a big stroke to his ego that he's having sex with Master's wife.
Yeah,
like someone who's completely forbidden,
off limits,
off the cards, and him being a slave, bottom of the barrel, he's able to do that. Maybe that would give him some type of ego boost in his head. I don't know. It's a weird fantasy.
No,
each to their own.
It's a no from me.
Each to their own. Snowfall, up to date on Snowfall?
No, I mean, last episode I watched, I don't know, nothing's really banging for me,
That's what I'm gonna ask actually, because I've heard a few people say this season isn't really it.
Like nothing.
What's the last ep you watched?
So the last ep I watched is when Teddy.
Yeah.
So his mum's come back, Cece's come back.
Okay.
And he's told, like, the aunt has basically told, they've had the welcome dinner where she's back.
Yep.
And obviously Leroy's on this revolution shit. Leon, sorry, on this revolution shit. But Cece goes to chat to him and tell him, like, listen, there's other ways to do it.
Yeah.
So that's like the last episode I watched. I don't even know what number that is. I don't know if it's episode
I think
3 or 4.
No, that's not episode 3 or 4. That's further, I believe. I could be wrong. I think right now there's 8. I'm not sure if there's any more this season. I think there's 8 episodes out right now. It should be 10, isn't it? But
yeah, I think I'm on 5 then.
I think there might be a little break because this week's episode hasn't come out yet.
There's nothing that's drawing me to like really want to watch it, and because I don't really remember where I am, I'm just like,
Thing is, I like it, but some of the episodes are a bit. Why did you think of this? I don't want to spoil it for you, but there's a few episodes that are like, this is kind of like off track.
Ooh.
But as a whole, I'm still enjoying it.
Really?
Yeah, I'm still enjoying it.
I mean, it's all right.
Like
it's literally all right.
Like Force, I stopped watching Force.
You might as well finish it though.
I stopped on episode, I think 4 or 5. 5. I
Oh
think.
wow.
Yeah, stop
Fair
that
enough. I'm on the this week's the last episode.
How many episodes is there so far?
9.
Yeah, I stopped on like 5, I think.
Yeah, so
Is
I'm literally about to watch.
So you're Holland, do you enjoy it?
Like I said, I watch. It's like background noise now. It's like I just watch it to watch.
Yeah, I stopped
like,
watching it. I think the last episode I watched was when that young kid found out that Tommy and his dad were chilling together.
Okay.
And then he went back to Mama and said, "Oh, you know what? Take your money back.
I'm not doing it. Yeah.
I ain't doing it." I'm
Okay.
not sure what episode that was. That's the last episode I watched.
Recent episode. Spoiler alert.
Yeah.
He just found.
Hold on, wait. Do I want to know? Am I gonna watch it? Am I gonna watch it? No, tell me.
All right. No. So like the recent episode, which is episode 9.
Yeah.
Tommy tells him like that that's your dad.
Oh, okay.
Basically, like, I'm your uncle.
Oh, okay.
And whatever.
So his dad knew about him.
Knew about what, the son?
Yeah. As in not, he knew he had a son, but he knew his son was about.
Yeah, but I didn't know what he looks like.
Oh, is it? Okay,
he hasn't seen him for years, isn't it? So the last time I saw him, he was a kid.
Okay.
So remember, he's confronted him because remember he shoots up the shop.
I haven't seen them have a conversation.
No, so you would have if you got to episode 5. Don't you remember him and his boy would come and smash up a shop?
Yeah, I remember that. Yeah, but that's happened a few times.
Right. And the last time it happened, the guy
it was him.
The guy grabbed
him up.
and was like, "Why'd you keep doing this?"
Yeah.
And obviously he hasn't said anything.
Yeah.
So there's that. Basically, Tommy's recruited him now because the guy's a genius, isn't it? He's proper smart.
Oh, is it? Okay.
Yeah, he's like a mathematician. Like he's a genius.
Yeah.
So now he works with Tommy.
Oh, okay.
The dad works with Tommy as well.
Yeah.
It's gonna go to another level though because
it sounds kind of decent now.
The Serbs,
yeah,
basically. So Tommy killed the Serb like boss lady.
Okay.
Yeah,
but that was a while ago. He killed her.
What?
Didn't he kill her like episode 4 or something?
Oh, did he? So obviously, because he killed her.
Yeah.
After that, they had like a little bit of a war thing going on.
Yeah.
And then obviously the Serbs tried to kill Vic. Is Vic the son? Yeah, Flynn.
Yeah.
The Tommy's rival.
Yeah.
So tried to like get at him, and it obviously because he was part of that thing, right?
Yeah.
So there's a day where he was with Gloria.
Yeah.
And they did like a drive-by, but obviously nothing happened.
Yeah.
So the dads went to the Serb place and like killed off like everyone. Like there was like people, killed all of them off.
Yeah. Yeah.
So obviously since then, there's like a little war thing starting, innit?
Yeah.
So last episode, I think the dad Flynn tried to like recruit Tommy and be like, come and work for me.
Yeah.
But it was very strategic, innit? And Tommy was like, nah, I'm not dumb. I'm not coming to work for you. And then he was just talking about Gloria and how, and then I think Tommy must have said to the dad something about, oh, like, your son really loves this girl, innit? So is it that bad, like, for you to just allow her?
Yeah.
Then he was just like, listen, that black girl was never a part of my, like, she's never going to be a part of this family. Like, it's impossible kind of thing.
Yeah.
But don't worry, I'm going to see to that kind of thing. So he kind of made a threat.
Yeah.
So Tommy obviously warned Vic and said, Vic, listen, your dad's going to do something. So you don't need to get out of town and leave.
Yeah.
Here's a decoy car and whatever. Like, I've patterned this for you so you can get out of thingy safely. But then I think the dad got into his ear. So he thought, now Tommy's just trying to do it so I can be out the picture. Yeah. So he doesn't leave and he's with Gloria, and then the Serbs come and do a massive shooting. Gloria gets killed. Yeah. So now he's on like a warpath, and then his dad's saying, I bet it was Tommy. Like now they think Tommy tried to get him killed. So they've hollered at like the real Irish mob. Like they've literally come from Ireland now. And there's literally going to be like a bloodbath.
Oh wow. All right.
So now Tommy's linked up with the Serbs.
As in he's a partner.
He hollered at them and was like, listen, I've got information that you need and I need protection. How much is it going to cost? The guy was like, 2 million. He was like, all right, cool.
So what, are the black guys out of the question now?
Right, so with the black guys, they came out of the equation because obviously Thingy got killed.
Who got killed?
Jeremiah.
Yeah.
So after Jeremiah got killed, obviously the young one, who's his bestie, is obviously not feeling Tommy in it.
Yeah.
And then the older brother's like, you know what, let's just continue doing what we're doing. Because since getting into this mix, we're just getting into too much drama.
Yeah.
So they're kind of doing their own thing. But the older brother overheard the younger brother basically talking about how he's gonna overthrow him on the throne and stuff. So I feel like he's just buying his time. Like he's clocked his brother and he's just gonna move accordingly.
Okay. All right.
It's all right.
All right. And one last show, Bel Air. Bel Air's finished, right?
I haven't watched Bel Air in time.
You've watched Bel Air? How come?
In time. I don't even remember what episode I got to. I think the last episode I watched was Thingy's mum's memorial. Lisa's mum's memorial.
Yes.
Is that episode after his bedroom comes?
I believe so.
Yeah. So Lisa's mum's memorial is the last episode that I watched.
Okay.
And it's not because I don't enjoy it.
Yeah.
I just, again, I haven't really had time.
Okay. I think you'll enjoy the finale.
Yeah.
Enjoy the finale. You know who his dad is, right?
Hmm?
You know who his Will's father is, as in the actor. Which can I?
No.
No?
Mm-mm.
Okay, cool.
I don't watch it.
I'm surprised you haven't seen it on social media.
No.
Okay. Well, the actor who plays his father, it's very good casting choice.
Okay.
Yeah, because he kind of looks like he could be the guy's father. In real
Oh,
life.
really?
Yeah.
Blah.
Sorry, is that twin a boy or girl?
Boy.
Oh, nice.
Who is literally my twin born from different parents. Like, we're too similar. It's absolutely crazy. But the reason why I want to shout her out is because she this week basically put out a post and let the world know that she got diagnosed with cancer. And since her diagnosis, she has been bossing it. Like, I'll never forget the day she told me and how she told me, and it just rattled me. But she hasn't changed. Like, she's just
fighter.
Literally, like, she still shows up for the daily live workouts. Like, nothing has changed. She has her little appointments.
Yeah.
And she'll have appointments and make things fit around that. And she's just, I'm just so impressed by her and so proud of her because she refuses to let this thing change her or make her become a person that she doesn't want to become. Do you know what I mean? And her attitude is so positive. Like, I was even saying to her yesterday, I was like, how can you not beat this thing? Like, look at the attitude and the way you're moving, like, through it all. Yes, you have your moments and, nothing's perfect and life isn't linear, but your attitude is the attitude we all need to have in life. And I was like, this is what I'm saying. Like, I could be moaning or being upset about dumb shit when real life stuff is happening. Do you know what I mean? And like, look at how you're carrying yourself. Like, it's a constant reminder that, like, you literally, all you can do is make the best out of whatever situation you have.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But yeah, I just wanted to shout her out and tell her that I love her and that I'm so proud of her and that, yeah, man, just keep inspiring us all.
No, definitely. I read her post this morning actually, and it was quite touching. It came with a good message as well.
Mm-hmm.
That I think us as Black people, especially men, we don't see the doctor enough.
Mm-hmm.
We don't go for our checkups regularly enough. We don't take our health as serious as we should.
Mm-hmm.
We may, feel a little niggle. We may see a lump. We may see whatever it is, and we kind of ignore it or we procrastinate a lot, and we put off going to the doctor. And her message was kind of like, don't put it off. Like, get yourself checked up ASAP. Like, do your general health checks. If you see a lump, you feel anything that shouldn't be there, go and get it checked out straight away. Because when it comes to things like cancer, obviously my knowledge on cancer is, quite low, but the sooner you get it
checked out,
diagnosed, the sooner, the better.
100%.
The sooner they start treatment on it, the better. The longer you leave it, the more it grows and manifests in you, the worse it becomes.
The worse it becomes.
Yeah.
And that's the thing. You don't want them to detect it when it's at stage
too
4.
late.
After
there you
that,
go. There you go. Oh, yeah, so there's stages to it, right?
Mm-hmm.
There you go. So just get checked out as soon as possible. And yeah, no, I'm sending her my blessings, my prayers. It's Ramadan right now, so I'm praying a lot. So you're definitely gonna be in my prayers. I just wish you, healing, strength, and just love and light. Just hopefully you can power through. Shout out to Kenny. She was actually, I don't think she goes as Kenny. Is it? Did you say Because no, with twins. No, sorry. With some people go by Kenny. Some people use Kende, which is how it's meant to be
I
pronounced.
call her Kenny.
Oh, you call her Kenny?
She goes by
Cool.
Kenny.
All right, cool. I know some people who want to English out their name say Kenny. Some no, my name is Kende. So it depends, innit?
Yeah.
What's been happening? Anything, to be fair, anything.
You know what we've not spoken about? We've not spoken about Will and Jada, but I feel like you've already spoken about it. So
we haven't.
Yeah.
But we have. But obviously, they haven't heard your take. So there you go. That's what I'm going to say. I'm going to say, is there anything that has happened in the last 6 or 7 weeks, whatever, that you wanted to kind of talk about, read about, or whatever?
I think with the Will and Jada thing, yeah, it's annoying. It's annoying because it's the demise of Will Smith, and it shouldn't be because.
Would you say it's the demise of Will Smith?
Do you know what? Because.
Okay, explain what you mean by demise. Like, tell me what you think is going to happen to him moving forward.
The fact that he's now banned from the Oscars for the next 10 years, like. Do you know what it is, yeah? It's the smear campaign and the negative stuff around his name that's annoying me.
Yeah.
Like seeing other celebrities talk about, oh, I was triggered, I was mortified, and everyone having an opinion. Like that stuff is annoying me, right?
Yeah.
Because yes, a man had a bad week moment. And I feel like a lot of the people speaking are people that know him personally.
Yeah.
Like I'm pretty sure Whoopi Goldberg has a relationship with Will Smith. Like they're people that know him personally. So it's like, the way you guys are speaking, it's like you're kind of just jumping on the bandwagon. Do you know what I mean? And not seeing it as this is a man who made a mistake, a human mistake.
Yeah.
But I'm just really annoyed that it happened how it happened.
Yeah.
Like, I feel like he could it just didn't need to be. It just didn't need to be what it was because, like, this is the first black man. Is he the first black man to win an Oscar?
No. This is his first Oscar.
It's his first Oscar, right?
But I believe he's one of 5 black men to win best actor.
So it's a massive win for the community, right?
Yeah.
And a massive win for us as the people.
Yeah.
And sadly, it's just been overtaken by this annoying thing that happened.
Yeah.
That's what's getting on my nerves, yeah? Also, there is a lot of talk about Jada being toxic and that marriage being toxic and you seeing it.
Is toxic the correct word to use in regards to Jada?
I've heard people, that's what people are using, saying that
the actions that we've seen from her, are they toxic actions? For example, you see the clip that resurfaced of her recording him. He's like,
Don't film me.
Don't film me without telling me, like, social media is my bread and butter. Don't just record me kind of thing, innit? That's an old clip. People think it's new. That's an old clip. But something like that, would you say that's toxic or would you say that's just her being an annoying wife?
I didn't see that as toxic. I just saw it as annoying.
Yeah.
But I think it's more in relation to the whole red table talk and the August stuff. And like the Tupac comparisons.
Yeah.
Basically just a lot of things that I guess would make one question their manhood.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So maybe toxic isn't the right word, but basically saying Jada is the root of a lot of this because I saw it as you can tell Will Smith's hit breaking point. That's what I saw it as. Of course. Because we have seen Will Smith on screen for years.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure this isn't the first time someone's made a joke about him or his family.
Yeah.
But he snapped. It's the straw that broke the camel's back.
Yeah.
And I feel like it's because over the last 2 years or so, with him being so publicly out there in regards to their family and their relationship and being very vulnerable to the public.
Yeah.
He has consistently been ridiculed and been made a mockery of and his manhood questioned, in my opinion. And I feel like in that moment, he saw an opportunity, I guess, to reclaim his manhood, so to speak. But
I can see how one may try to paint it that way, but I don't think that's what came out of it.
But then also, no, I don't think that came out of it either.
He's not looking like more of a man now. He's not.
No, I know, but I feel like he scored brownie points with the ladies because a lot of women are now like,
Yeah,
he stood up for black women.
I get you, but he didn't have to do it then.
No, and I don't agree with the timing.
Yeah, the timing was
I don't
terrible.
agree with the timing at all.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't agree with the timing at all.
Do you think he wanted to, because obviously he could have done this backstage or after the show or even just another time. Do you feel like he wanted to make this public? Like he wanted to make this a public thing where he wants everyone to know? Because obviously
I'm a dickhead.
He could easily deal with Chris Rock later, but he chose to do it then and then.
Yeah.
Do you think that was a quick, conscious decision to be like, you know what, I'm going to show the world that I'm not a B. You can't talk to me.
I think
or my wife anyhow you want.
I think he acted on impulse.
Yeah.
I don't think it was a thought out, thorough decision, because if it was, I don't think he would ever like look at the platform.
No, but
like,
that was a long walk though. Think about it. It wasn't like me and you here where I get up. That's a long walk.
Let's be honest, it's a long walk here, but even if you're doing that long walk, it comes to your mind that this is a bit of a dickhead shitty move.
Yeah.
You're not gonna turn around. You've come too far.
No, but he didn't have to
slap him.
He could have walked up there and just changed whatever he was gonna do. He could have been like, I don't know, he could have done anything else. Slapping him is one of many options, isn't it? Because even Chris Rock gave him even an alley-oop because Chris Rock thought he was coming to banter with him. He's like, Richard. So he could have like used that to segue into something else, whatever. But that walk, like he was thinking, yeah, once I get to him, I'm gonna give it to him.
Yeah.
But yeah, obviously he snaps. Like Will Smith doesn't do that.
No.
At the Oscars. Like, I mean, he snaps.
Out of all the places to do it.
He snapped.
Which is why I believe he's hit breaking point. Also, it could also, like when people were saying that they don't think it's just that, and there's obviously like a backstory that we probably don't know about.
Yeah.
In regards to him and Jada maybe or whatever.
Yeah.
I agree. I think that also can be a thing as well because I think
sure. A million things probably transpired in their relationship that we have no idea. Like we don't know. I don't think we even know the tip of the iceberg. Like we know one big thing, which is the August situation. That's a very big story, whatever. But they've been married for how long now? You know what I'm trying to say?
And what's annoying me is now everyone's digging up old interviews of her and they're literally quoting a lot of the stuff. Oh, when she said she didn't want to get married.
Oh, is that a real quote?
Yeah.
I thought it was made up.
No, so she said basically, it was on Red Table Talk with her and her mum. And I think she basically said she didn't want to get married to Will.
Yeah.
But her mum kind of forced her because she was pregnant with Jaden. So her mum just kept saying, you're pregnant, you have to get married kind of thing. And then her mum was like, I don't remember you saying that you didn't want to get married. I remember you saying you didn't want a big wedding. Yeah. But not...
There was two quotes. There was, I don't want to get married, and there was something else that was a bit of a dig.
I don't know about that one.
I'm trying to find it. Because when I saw it, I thought it was fake. I thought this is too ridiculous.
No,
this can't
but
be true.
She said she didn't want to get married. But obviously...
Yeah, no, didn't want to get married, but didn't want to get married to him.
I think it was...
There's a difference.
I think what happened was people, like the headlines are like, Jada Pinkett Smith said she didn't want to get married to Will Smith.
Yeah.
But not like it's a soundbite, but it's like, I think she explained it as she was young. She was just like, it was like early days in her career kind of thing. And she didn't want to be tied down and she wasn't trying to be a wife just because she was pregnant kind of thing.
So I'm taking that as she didn't want to get married full stop.
Yeah, but obviously that's what I'm saying. The media has manipulated it to be like,
I don't want to get married to Will.
This is another example of how she doesn't rate Will.
Oh, okay, here it is. She never wanted to get married to Will and she cried walking down the aisle.
Yeah.
But it wasn't tears of happiness. It was tears of sorrow.
But I don't know if that's the case of because I'm getting married to Will or because I'm getting married and I generally don't actually want to be married. And now do you know what I mean? And my career, my future, and it might not have even been about him in particular.
You know, it could have been just, I don't want to be married. I don't want to be tied down. I don't want to be committed to anyone, not Will, just anyone. But it happened to be Will. So therefore, the end of the sentence is going to be, I don't want to get married to Will.
Yeah.
But yeah, Jada is not help. These things like this don't help.
That's what I'm saying.
They don't help at all.
Now everyone's bringing up old like sound bites and this and that and this and that and like just making it look really like bad.
Yeah. No, it does. It looks bad. It looks bad. Hopefully this can blow over and, you know, obviously he's banned from the Oscars, but I'm not gonna lie, I don't think that's even going to be detrimental to his career, to be fair. I never even associated Will Smith with Oscars prior to this year.
But my friend made a good point though, and he was like, Gina, he don't need the Oscars. He was like, Will Smith's at that stage in his life where he can just continue to produce.
You don't need the Oscars, but 2 of his films, they've paused the production.
Really?
Yeah, so they paused production on Bad Boys 4 and on another movie, and I believe not on I Am Legend. They're doing I Am Legend 2,
Oh, wow.
but I think that might be delayed now.
But this is what I'm saying. It's a demise because these things are gonna start affecting your bag.
All right, for what audience? Do you care that he slapped Chris Rock?
Me, no.
Will that stop you from going to watch?
No.
Same for me. I don't think, and I can't speak for everyone, but I don't think, I'll speak for my community. I don't think the black community as a whole are gonna now cancel or boycott Will Smith because he slapped Chris Rock.
No,
it's not happening.
We're not.
Because we have seen more banter and more light in it than anything else. Like, I don't think anyone's been like, oh my God. Like, people have sat back and been like, you know what? This is embarrassing for Chris Rock. It might affect him. Like, we've looked at it that way. But it's been majority banter. It's been memes, it's been jokes, it's been poking fun. No one's taken it that serious. And I think they didn't take it that serious because it's Will Smith and Chris Rock. If Will Smith slapped a woman, it's a different story. Yeah. If Will Smith slaps a white man, it's a different story. But because Will Smith slapped a black man, it's not been taken that serious. By us. Yeah, by us.
But for them,
for them to take it seriously. But they would have taken it more seriously if it was.
If it was an Oiber man, get out of here.
Yeah. I was arguing with, I think it was Jason, someone else, that if he slapped Ricky Gervais, then Ricky Gervais would have been able to like pull strings and like shut Will Smith down behind the scenes. And I was like, nah, I think Will Smith is more powerful than Ricky Gervais.
I think the fact that he's white.
I hear you, but okay, do you feel sometimes that...
Remember, white privilege is really a thing.
It's real. White privilege is real, but hear me out for a second. Do you feel like some people's fame, to a degree, may trump some people's privilege? Not everyone's privilege. So, for example, Will Smith's level of fame, black or white, regardless here, his level of fame will trump, say, the white privilege of, give me like a white actor who's not like top tier. Anyone. Just give me a name. Okay, let me use your
I was going to say Ashton Kutcher, but he's up there, no?
Your fave, Tom Hardy.
Tom Hardy.
So, because Tom Hardy isn't at that level, his white privilege doesn't trump Will Smith's fame to me.
Yes.
But for certain people, Will Smith's fame doesn't trump their white privilege, even if that person isn't as powerful as Will Smith.
But Ricky Gervais, he's not
as famous as Will Smith.
But he's not a Tom Hardy either.
He's not Tom Hardy,
so
no.
I feel like he's still...
Yeah,
although he's not to Will Smith.
He has more power than Tom Hardy, for sure.
No, although he's not... I still feel like...
No, in that particular example, I feel that Will Smith's fame trumps Ricky Gervais's white privilege, even though Ricky Gervais is a big deal.
That's the thing, is because for me, I'm seeing Ricky Gervais as a really big deal. Not a really big deal, but
maybe I look at, obviously,
a big deal
the
enough,
Office and all that.
A big deal enough to cause some uproar.
And I think because Ricky Gervais is English as well, I think I'm using that as my... If he was American, maybe...
So think of an American then.
Because Ricky Gervais is not American, so how much pull can he really have in America?
Exactly. So think of someone who's proper Hollywood.
All right, okay, let's use...
Ashton Kutcher.
No, Ashton Kutcher. Let's use Tom Hanks. Big boy.
Oh, so you think Will Smith is bigger than Tom Hanks?
No. This is the reverse.
Oh, but then...
So...
of course he can.
In this example, but Tom Hanks' fame plus his white privilege trumps Will
easily.
Smith. So Tom Hanks couldn't actually get Will Smith
Yes,
blackballed.
but I'm saying, think of someone who isn't as big, because I feel like Tom Hanks is... Okay. That's why I said Ashton Kutcher, because... Okay,
cool. Let's use Ashton Kutcher. So
I'm saying Ashton Kutcher is definitely up there.
So do you think Ashton Kutcher's
I don't think he's as
white
big
privilege trumps Will Smith's fame?
Yeah.
Yes or no?
Yeah.
You do?
I think it does. Although he's not a Tom Hanks and he's not a Will Smith, he's still very up there.
But you got to think, what does Ashton Kutcher bring to Hollywood? Is he a Hollywood big player? Does he even have big movies? Ashton Kutcher was the guy from Punk'd. He was the guy from that 70s show. But in Hollywood, he's not a big player in Hollywood at all.
Mm.
If we're
He's
talking,
done a few movies.
Media at best. If you're talking like,
Yeah, no, but these people I just think are like the same level as Tom Hanks though.
Yeah. Cruise.
Bruce Willis.
Oh yeah, those are the big boys.
Did you see the statement the other day? He's got early stages of dementia.
Bruce Willis.
Yeah, so he's retiring now.
You know what? I saw the retirement statement, but I didn't know why.
Yeah, his family put it out saying he's retiring because
That's sad.
Because of dementia. And it's affecting his ability to like to.
That was it.
His memory.
That's sad, man.
Proper.
That's sad. I like Bruce Willis.
So do I.
For some reason, when you said Bruce Willis, the first time I was thinking of John Travolta. I don't know why.
Man like John, you know.
Why. Bruce Willis ain't done a movie for time though that I'm aware of. Actually, no. Did I see the other day that he has bare movies, but they're like
Netflix and Amazon.
Yeah,
yeah, he has.
He has bare of them.
No, I know because I've watched loads on Netflix.
Oh, is
and
it?
Amazon. Yeah, that's why I'm like. Recently, he had a movie up for time.
You know, I mean,
I'm
something
like,
in the cinema.
Huh?
And I think
I've been watching bare of these films.
I think I was listening to it on a pod, and they were like, the question was, why has Bruce Willis got all these films that no one's ever heard of before? Because Bruce Willis is meant to be an A-list. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
An A-list actor. All right, cool. Let's quickly touch on a few more things that you weren't here for before we wrap up. Any other topics that have hit the web recently that you kind of didn't get a chance to talk about?
What's been going on? We spoke about Top Boy.
If you wanna, I know people are over it by now, but if you wanna listen to me and Gina talk about Top Boy for like an hour.
It was longer than that even.
Yeah, longer than hours, to be fair. Check out our Patreon episode where we break it down. Break it all down. What was I going to say? You gone?
I'm trying to think. What's been going on besides the...
Right.
I think the Will and Jada one was definitely one I wanted to talk about.
You had the Sasha and Crept thing. You had...
Oh my goodness.
But if you want, you could spare me on that one though.
Sasha, I'm not going to go into detail, but can I just say one thing?
Yeah.
Black people, we need to do better.
As in?
I'm so sorry, but the fact that there was a group on Twitter talking about this topic and having opinions on a family who are doing their own thing really got under my skin. I was like, this is...
Can I raise a point? Because I was with you. Like, this is what I was saying last week, innit? But then even throughout the episode, I was, saying, am I being a hypocrite? Because I'm a podcaster. I come on here and talk about people's business, innit? But my thing was that I had an issue. I think I have an issue with like certain platforms and certain topics. And I just thought that their finances wasn't what you needed to discuss in that detail. And also, I just find Twitter spaces, I just find them very negative.
Do you know what it is for me? I don't mind everyone having an opinion on a topic because we all do, right?
Yeah.
But where it was something so personal, it really annoyed me because you're really arguing or questioning why he goes halves on nursery fees with his partner.
But so we've got a comment. This is straight off the hot press. This only came in like an hour ago. So someone said, because last week when we spoke about it, I was like, I don't know why Sasha put that up on her story initially. And then someone said Sasha was complaining because she was saying it's expensive and that she has to go and how Nala still has to go nursery even when she's sick.
She still has to pay when she's sick.
Yeah. So basically she was complaining about the price.
Yeah, so she was talking about saying how nursery fees are expensive.
Yeah.
This is Nala only goes to nursery I think 3 days a week or whatever. Yeah. And then me and her dad still have to pay on the days where she's sick. And she made like a comment like that. And then someone was like, why does he make you pay half?
Okay.
And she responded and was like, Do you know how much stuff he does? Like,
Yeah.
do you know what I mean? And that's the thing that annoys me because we don't have full context. We don't have full disclosure. You took one comment that she said and have a massive issue with it because Nala's dad apparently is a millionaire.
Yeah.
Not trying to, not even thinking for a second, what other things must this guy be doing for his daughter? Like he's not a deadbeat dad. So I don't get why you guys are so pressed about it. I don't get why everyone's so pressed about it. He's very, like, no one can sit here and say that he's a deadbeat dad. And even if he wasn't paying, like, even if he wasn't doing many other things outside of it, right?
Yeah.
And that's what he was doing and making her go halves. Why is it, like, why are we so pressed about it? To the point where we're now doing spaces on Twitter, to the point where a man has to come in. And I just thought this is the problem. Like, as a people, we care about the wrong shit. I'm so sorry, but I can't see Oibos doing this.
Hold on, there's another comment actually. Was it a comment or was it hold on. Because she was basically justifying why okay, cool. So this is a comment on YouTube. So she's basically saying she doesn't agree with most of what I was saying, that I don't believe that these spaces need to happen. So she goes, I don't agree. It's a whole profession to talk on celeb culture and lifestyles. Would you say the same to Wendy Williams? Like, would you tell Wendy Williams to stop talking about XYZ? Celebs need to accept their role in the limelight and get over the fact that people will gossip about them. You can't have it both ways. Yusuff, if you couldn't discuss celebs, you'll be out of the business as a podcaster. People want escapism.
Fair enough.
So that's, even last week, I was battling back and forth with myself saying, am I being a hypocrite here? Because I get it. I think I just took issue with the space and the topic. That's what it was. I just felt like, and again, I think, like I was telling Jason, because Clipse and Sasha are so close to home, they could easily, like they did. Because even when I saw the space, I was like, you know what? I wonder if Clipse gonna come in here. Because it's close to home.
And he did.
And he did. So I'm like, that's kind of what I had issue with. It was too close to home. Because he could just jump in there and be like if you made a space about Jay-Z, he ain't coming in the space. You know what I mean? I'm not saying that makes it better, but he ain't coming in the space. So it's like, you got to be more tactile with it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But again, like she said, this is the way of the world, isn't it? So who am I to whatever? And obviously I'm a podcaster, so I can't really take that much issue with it because this is what I do, innit? All right.
Yeah, I don't have an opinion on. I'm not about to get
into the finances.
Somebody else's pockets of finances. They're not paying my bills, and it's not my own shit. And if it works for them, then it works for them.
That's it. I think that's the big takeaway there, isn't it? Work for them, work for them.
Yeah.
But I think what we can say is, if you are someone in the limelight and you put the information out there yourself, obviously it wasn't Crep that put it out there. It was Sasha, and Sasha wasn't in the space defending herself or defending Crep, whatever. It was Crep because she kind of crept into the lion's den by addressing it publicly, addressing whatever that was publicly. But as I was going to say, if you are a celeb, then this comes with the territory. If you put information out there, it's going to be talked about.
Well,
it's going to be discussed. It's going to be dissected, and people are going to. This is the internet age, man. Spaces, Clubhouse, all of that. You know what I mean? But yeah, all right, cool. I don't think Brent's going to be back before we leave. Let me find out because I need to talk to him about other stuff. But do you have any songs?
Yeah, I do.
All right.
We're not playing it, right? Is he going to add it in?
No, we can still play it. Actually, no, to be fair, I don't even know.
Because didn't he say something about the wire?
Yeah. Let's see. Let's just say it. What was I going to say as well? My memory today is terrible. No, I didn't tell you about the Spotify thing, innit?
No.
Spotify removes 34 episodes.
Why?
For copyright infringement.
Really?
Yeah, so Universal Music, that's why I always say to people, don't play that from Universal. So Universal got the episodes taken down because they contain music. Yeah. Mostly older episodes, like episodes that are in like less than 100, episodes that are in the hundreds. So nothing recently we've been stringent with it. Nothing recent, but yeah, 30, so on Spotify they've deleted 34 episodes.
Wow.
Yeah, gone still. So that's a bit annoying. And someone was even listening to one. Someone tweeted, "Oh, I was listening to episode. I think she was listening to episode when I walked out." She goes, "Why was I listening to episode?" And then when I came back to listen to it, it was gone.
So that episode's gone. That's not a good episode, but
but it's gone from Spotify only.
Okay, cool.
So it's still available
on
Apple and SoundCloud. So listen, anyway, let me just make an announcement now. If you listen to old episodes, and you listen on Spotify, if there's an episode that you're not seeing there in the list, it's been deleted by Spotify. So if you want to listen to that particular episode, you got to listen to it on SoundCloud or on Apple Music, or it may be on YouTube. But we didn't start YouTube from the beginning. So not all our episodes are on YouTube. But yeah, if you can't find an episode on Spotify, find it on Apple or find it on SoundCloud, because there's 34 episodes missing, and the list might grow, to be fair. All right, cool. What's your song of the week? You could just say it.
It's called So Bad by Simi and Joe Boy.
Sorry, Brentford is very close. I'll ask for ETA because I don't know what very close means. Sorry, say that again. I didn't hear you.
Joe Boy and Simi.
Yeah.
So Bad.
All right, cool. I bet you send me a little screenshot of that. All right, song of the week. You know what my song of the week is gonna be?
What?
Shout out to this is the song. This is everyone's song of the week, I think. Bia, featuring J.Cole, London.
Oh.
Yeah.
J.Cole snaps on that tune though.
He did so. I'll do that one. Also, I'll do shout out to. Oh, he was right. Very close. Shout out to Latto. Her album's decent still. She got a song called Sunshine featuring Lil Wayne and Childish Gambino, which was quite good. What's going on, Brent? Let's also do Punch Bowl, which is Pusha T, Clipse. That's on Nigo's album. Yeah.
Did you run here? Why?
So we literally just do a song.
We're literally about to leave as well.
But as you're here, we can extend.
Brent really ran here. I could hear the breathing.
So Brent just walked in the building.
Man, like.
Yeah, we've touched on a few things. Anything you wanted to talk about? No? All right.
Sat down and got myself ready for nothing.
Yeah, we're basically done. We're just on Song of the Week.
Done.
Yeah, so I guess we can talk off here. Yeah. All right then.
All right, cool.
Oh, I've got a few claps in there. Are you gonna pick them up on my mic? Yeah. Or do you want to send me the episode? Okay. All right, cool. All right, guys. We're back next week. Peace.
Bye.
Peace.